Settle into a quiet place and let the day loosen its grip. The world can ask for so much, and thoughts about money can feel heavy in the chest or tight in the shoulders. Let this moment be gentle. Take a slow breath in through the nose and let a longer breath fall out through the mouth. Soften the eyes, soften the jaw. Place one hand over the heart and the other on the belly. Feel the rise and fall beneath your palms. There is nothing to achieve right now. There is only a soft meeting with yourself, kind and unhurried. If the mind circles around bills, goals, or timelines, let those thoughts pass like birds crossing a wide sky. The sky does not chase, it allows. You can allow too. With another slow breath, sense the ground that holds you. The body understands safety through simple signals, so give it those signals now. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let the shoulders drop down and slightly back. Loosen the fingers. Think of the breath like a warm breeze moving through a house, touching every room with fresh air. Each exhale carries out what is stale or hard. Each inhale brings in something kind. Even if worry tries to stay, your breath can be the steady friend that sits beside you. You are not required to fight the worry. You can soothe it. You can say inside, it's safe to soften and allow good to come. Say it slowly. Feel the words as if they are resting in the chest, steady and true. There is a quiet strength in accepting how you feel. If there is fear, it is simply asking for care. If there is doubt, it is asking for reassurance. Give yourself both. Speak softly in your mind. I hear you. I am with you. We are safe in this breath. Let this be an evening of care, not judgment. The body hears every thought. When the mind speaks kindly, the body settles. When the body settles, the heart opens to new ideas, new paths, new support. Ease is not a luxury, it is a doorway. You are standing at that doorway now, and it welcomes you. Set an intention that is simple and loving. Allow a sentence to rise within. Tonight, I open to wealth in gentle, honest ways. If the words feel too large, make them smaller and closer. I open to one kind step. This is enough. Often the most powerful changes begin as quiet choices. A gentle choice creates space. Space allows a new pattern to form. Hold your palms open for a moment and feel the willingness in that shape. This is a shape of receiving. The body understands symbols. Open hands say, I welcome supportive flow. I allow. Let breath guide you into a steady rhythm. Inhale to a slow count of 4. Pause for a soft beat. Exhale to a slow count of 6. Repeat this a few times until the breath feels smooth, like the tide. You may sense warmth spread in the chest. You may feel heaviness leave through the shoulders. If tears come, let them come. Tears can be a sign that the inner self feels safe enough to release. Every release creates new room for comfort and clarity. Speak gently again. I am willing to be kind to myself about money. Say it as if you are teaching a child to feel safe. The tone matters more than the volume. Let the words be soft and loving. Consider how often stress has been used as a strategy. Many of us try to push, force, or hustle with a worried mind as if fear were a fuel. Yet fear burns hot and leaves ashes. Calm nourishes. Calm lets the wise part of the mind wake up and offer clear next steps. Calm opens the door for opportunities to be seen and for support to be welcomed. Calm does not mean doing nothing. Calm means moving from steadiness rather than panic. Say inside, calm creates clarity. Clarity guides the way. Feel how true that sounds in your body. Notice any small shift, a looser jaw, a slower heart, a deeper breath. Bring attention to the heart again. The heart is a listening space. Speak a short line to it now, gently. Life supports me in known and unknown ways. You do not need to list those ways. Trust can be soft. Trust can be the choice to rest the mind for a few minutes. Trust can be an open palm. The night carries a quiet magic for those who choose softness. You are allowing that softness, and it is already changing the inner weather. The air in your inner home feels kinder. The rooms feel brighter. This is how readiness grows, little by little, breath by breath. If a thought says, I should be further along, meet it with care. Speak within, I am growing at a pace that is kind to me. If a thought says, it's too late, answer, the door to good opens in every moment. Thoughts are habits. New habits are planted like seeds in the soil of attention. Where attention rests, life grows. Rest your attention on warmth for a while. Rest it on a belief that is gentle and possible. I am learning to receive. Repeat it slowly enough that the body can hear every word. Each word is like a hand on the shoulder, steady and supportive. Let the breath guide one more sweep through the body. From the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, send a signal of ease. See if the eyes can soften even more. See if the mouth can form a small, relaxed smile. The smile is not for anyone else. It is a message to the nervous system that it can stand down. It can let the guards rest. Wealth flows where there is welcome, and welcome begins with a calm inner room. You are making that room now. You are airing it out, placing fresh flowers, drawing back the curtains just enough to let starlight in. Close this first part of our time with a few gentle affirmations, spoken in a calm whisper if that feels right, or silently if quiet is needed. It's safe to soften and allow good to come. I am open to kind flow. Life supports me in seen and unseen ways. Pause between each line so the words can land. No need to force feeling. Allow the tone to do the work. Allow the breath to carry the message inward. The door within is open. Now let us shape the simple midnight practice. Midnight is the soft edge where one day completes and the next begins. This turning point carries a natural feeling of reset. Your mind is quieter. The world is still. The inner room is calm. Prepare for this moment with tenderness. Keep the lights low or soft. Place a glass of water beside the bed or on a table. Settle a small notebook and a pen within easy reach. Turn down noise from devices and invite silence to be your companion. You are setting the stage for the heart to speak and for the mind to listen. Bring the hands to the heart and belly again. Feel how this posture encourages the breath to drop lower, slower, deeper. Take 5 easy cycles, in through the nose, out through the mouth. As the breath slows, add a gentle cue. On the inhale, think open, and on the exhale, think release. This simple pairing helps the body learn a new rhythm. The body loves rhythm. Rhythm tells the inner self that life has a reliable pattern. When the inner self feels safe, the mind lets go of noise, and clear words can be spoken with power and peace. Prepare a few words you will say when the clock strikes 12. Keep them kind, clean, and true. Let them honor your worth and your right to receive. A simple line can be, I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways. You may add, I am ready and calm. I move with guided action. Speak it with care, not force. When words are spoken from a rested place, they sink into the deeper layers of the mind, where habits live and choices grow. Say your line once at midnight, once a minute later, and once before resting. 3 gentle ripples across the surface of the night. Hold the notebook and write a loving intention in 1 or 2 lines. Do not write pages. Keep it easy. Tonight I choose calm. I open to supportive flow. I welcome ideas and help that fit my values. Close the notebook and place a hand over it for a few breaths as if to bless it. This is a kind ritual, not a test. You are not judged by how perfect it is. You are training the mind and body to meet money with compassion and openness. This training is powerful because it is patient. Patience is a quiet strength that many forget to honor. Sip a little water and feel your body receive it. Hydration is a simple way to tell the nervous system that it is cared for. Small signals make a big difference when repeated. Ease is built by repeating simple, kind actions. Sit for another minute in silence. If a thought comes, nod to it and let it pass. Return to the breath. Return to the open palms. Return to the soft tone in the chest. Speak a short line again. Good comes to me. I am safe to receive. Let the words be true in the present, not only in the future. Let them be true now. Set a gentle boundary for your rest. Tell the mind that it can set down problem solving for the night. Say within, solutions meet me in right timing. I let the night restore me. When the mind hears this, it often eases its grip. The body follows. Sleep or deep rest allows the inner system to sort, file, and renew. Many find that new thoughts appear in the morning, simple and clear, because they chose to let the night do its quiet work. You can make that choice now. It is a loving choice. If you wish, place one more note in the notebook before sleep. 3 things that already support you. They can be small: a roof, a kind word, the strength that carried you through today. Gratitude practiced gently, without pressure, builds a field of ease around you. That field allows money thoughts to become less sharp and more workable. In this softer field, ideas arise that would not bloom in stress. You are creating that field with each breath, each kind line, each small action. When midnight arrives, let your voice be low and smooth. Your words are not loud, they are rooted. Speak your line, pause, feel the body receive it, speak again, pause. Let the meaning settle like warm tea in a cool cup. Speak a final time, then rest. No analysis needed, no debate with the mind. Only the trust that you have planted a good seed in rich soil. Seeds need darkness as much as light. The night will hold your seed with care. As you continue this ritual, you may choose to keep a simple log in the notebook. Note the date, the line you spoke, and any small signs of support the next day. A helpful email, a clear thought, a small saving, a chance to learn. Small signs matter. They tell the nervous system that the path is real and that effort is bearing fruit. Over time, the mind begins to expect support rather than fear lack. Expectation is a magnet. A loving expectation draws kind outcomes. Move now into a deeper ease by softening money tension in the body. The body often holds old stories in places we overlook. Bring slow awareness to the forehead. Let the skin there smooth and cool. Let the space between the brows widen. Breathe, and on the exhale, feel the forehead relax. Move attention to the eyes. Allow the muscles around the eyes to soften as if they are resting in a warm bath. Let the cheeks loosen. Let the lips part slightly. Release the tongue and let it rest heavy. Each release is a message. You are safe. Now bring attention to the jaw. Many keep worry here. Let the jaw hang for a moment, then gently close without clenching. You may massage the hinge with the fingertips if that feels soothing. As you exhale, say quietly, release. As you inhale, say, receive. Continue this paired cue for several breaths. The words are not magic by themselves. Their power is in the rhythm plus your willingness. When the body hears this rhythm, it starts to cooperate. Cooperation inside you makes life outside you feel more workable. Send attention down to the neck and shoulders. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Roll them slowly if you wish. Notice any place where the muscles grip. Let the breath move into that place, and on the exhale, Picture that grip releasing like a knot untying. The chest can feel tight when money worries rise. Place your palm there and feel the warmth of your own kindness. Warmth is healing. Whisper, "My body knows peace." Repeat it with a slow breath. Peace is a state the body can learn through practice, the way it learns to walk or to balance. Each repetition writes a gentle line into the nervous system. Peace is safe. Move attention to the belly. Many hold fear here. Let the belly be soft. If it draws in with tension, meet it with care, not force. Breathe so the belly rises under your hand. Say inside, calm creates clarity. On the exhale, I let go. On the inhale, I welcome ease. These cues are simple on purpose. Simplicity makes them usable in real moments. When the bill arrives, when a choice must be made, your body can return to this rhythm quickly. The body that knows how to settle can think clearly. Clear thinking opens doors. Now bring attention to the hips and lower back. These areas carry the sense of support and foundation. If there is tightness, offer a slow breath directly to it. Feel the chair, the bed, or the ground holding you. Say softly, "I am supported." Let those words sink into the bones. Often when the body feels supported, the mind begins to see supportive options it overlooked. What we feel inside shapes what we can see outside. This is not pressure to feel perfect. It is an invitation to feel one notch safer than before. Travel awareness down the legs to the knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Let the toes spread and relax. Press them gently into the ground and then release. This small action tells the body it can root and then soften. On the exhale, whisper again, "Release." On the inhale, "Receive." This pairing becomes a quiet song humming through the whole body. It becomes the background music that allows other parts of life to flow with less friction. When the song is calm and steady, tasks feel lighter, choices clearer, and opportunities more visible. Speak a few mini affirmations as you rest in this relaxed body. My body can relax about money. Peace is my base. Clarity grows here. I allow good to come in kind, steady ways. Let each line be a breath long. The goal is not to force belief, but to invite it. Belief often arrives through repetition and safety. You are giving yourself both. If a doubting voice shows up, let it sit with you. Give it the same breath of kindness. Doubt does not need to be pushed away. It needs to be met with steadiness. This steadiness is growing in you. Consider how this body ease will serve you tomorrow. A relaxed jaw helps words come out smoother in a meeting or a call. Soft shoulders help the heart stay open during choices. A calm belly helps you notice the small idea that saves money or the small chance that grows money. The mind is more creative when the body feels safe. Creativity is one of the great rivers of wealth. It brings new ways, better paths, and right timing. By settling the body now, you are opening that river for tomorrow. To anchor this practice, place one hand over the heart and the other over the belly once more. Take 3 slow breaths. On each exhale, picture tension leaving your body like mist. On each inhale, feel a gentle strength entering. Speak quietly. I am teaching my body to be at peace with money. Calm invites clarity. Clarity guides wise action. Pause after each line to let it land. The pause is part of the practice. The pause says, "I have time for myself." That message heals years of self-neglect. Close this part with a final pair of breaths. Inhale, feeling the chest open to receive. Exhale, feeling the back and shoulders release. Say, "I receive." Say, "I release." This rhythm belongs to you now. You can use it anytime, at the table with a bill, on a walk, before a call, or in bed before sleep. Let your body be your ally. Let your breath be your guide. The night is kind. The path is steady. Ease is here. Calm grows here. From this calm, wealth can flow in ways that match your values and your peace. Old stories about money often began as attempts to feel safe. A small voice inside may have repeated lines heard long ago, that wanting more is wrong, that stability is for others, that struggle is the only honest path. Those lines were learned in rooms where people did their best with what they knew. The lines stayed, even when life changed. This moment is a soft chance to meet those lines with care rather than force. Start by noticing one thought that returns often. Let it be simple. Money is hard, or I'm not good with money, or good things pass me by. Hold it gently in awareness, the way a hand cups a fragile leaf. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, whisper, I see you. Often the thought eases when it is seen without attack. After a few calm breaths, ask 3 kind questions in the mind. Whose voice is this? Is it absolutely certain? How was it trying to protect me? Even a limiting belief once tried to keep someone safe by lowering hopes, by avoiding risk, by anticipating loss before loss arrived. Thank the belief for its effort. Gratitude softens resistance, and softening allows change. Now invite a reframe that feels close and believable. Harsh swings rarely hold. Choose a step that the body can accept. If the old line was, money is hard, a closer line might be, I am learning easier ways to relate to money. If the old line was, I'm not good with money, a kinder line might be, I am becoming a better steward each day. Speak the new line slowly. Let it land in the chest, in the belly, in the jaw. Tension often clings where shame once lived. When a kind sentence is spoken, muscles release little by little. Place a palm over the heart and say, I am willing to treat myself kindly while I learn. The nervous system hears this as safety. Safety is rich soil. In rich soil, new growth takes root. Bring in the journal, write the original belief on one line, then draw an arrow to the kinder line. Underneath, add a single small action that supports the new belief, something that can be done tomorrow in 10 minutes or less. For example, review one line of the bank statement, or set a reminder to save a small amount, or ask one clear question about a bill. Keep the action tiny, consistent, and kind. The inner self trusts what is repeated with care. Trust then shows up as calm. Calm then shows up as clearer choices. This is how a new story is lived into the body, one simple step at a time. If a wave of guilt rises about past choices, meet it with a gentle forgiveness practice. Close the eyes and place a hand on the heart. Breathe in for 4 counts, out for 6. Say within, I forgive myself for not knowing what I know now. Pause and let the body absorb the tone. Continue, I keep the lesson and release the weight. Repeat until the chest feels a shade lighter. Self-forgiveness is not approval of what hurt. It is relief from the grip of shame so that energy can return to wise action. Shame freezes. Compassion moves. Wealth prefers movement, steady, honest, and kind. Sometimes old stories are held in the body like knots in a rope. Scan lightly from crown to toes and notice where the rope is tight. The jaw, the throat, the belly, the hips, these common places tell truth about old tension. Where the knot appears, breathe a few soft breaths directly there. On the exhale, let the mind say, release. On the inhale, let it say, receive. The pairing of those 2 words tells the body that letting go and allowing good can happen at once. There is no need to choose between freedom from the past and openness to the future. Both belong in the same breath. As the body softens, speak a few gentle lines that tuck themselves into the edges of awareness and stay through the night. I am learning new ways. I am guided step by step. I can be kind and still be strong. I allow money stories to heal. These lines are not shouted, they are placed. Think of them as small stones set along a garden path, making a clear way forward in the dark. The mind will step from one to the next when it needs steadiness. A common story says that only big dramatic moves change money, yet most real change grows from many small, faithful moments where a kinder belief and a tiny action meet. When a doubt appears and says, "This won't matter," answer softly. Small steps repeated bring lasting results. Keep the voice warm. The inner self responds to warmth with cooperation. After a week of tiny actions, note the shifts: less dread opening the mailbox, fewer jolts when checking balances, a brighter curiosity about options. These are early buds. Protect them with care. Praise them in the journal. A line such as, "I noticed one small improvement today," signals the mind to look for more. Create a simple evening ritual to clear stories before sleep. Sit for 2 quiet minutes with the journal. Ask, "Which story tried to lead me today?" Write a sentence or two, then ask, "What truth do I choose instead?" Write the kinder line. Close with a hand on the heart and a breath that says, "I am safe to grow." Place the journal near the bedside so the night knows that softness leads here. Each time this ritual is kept, the body trusts a bit more. The trust becomes a bridge from old patterns to new results, from fear to peace, from grasping to receiving. Now let the core words for midnight unfold. This is the moment where calm meets intention, where a new story is given a clear voice. The night is quiet. The first 3 sections have prepared the inner room. The breath is slow, the shoulders lowered, the heart steady. The glass of water waits nearby, the journal rests at hand. When the clock reaches 12, let the body be grounded, feet on the floor or a stable seat, back supported, chin easy. The voice that speaks does not need force. Power here is calm. Say the line gently, "I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways." Then pause. Feel that the words have weight. Let them sink. After 1 minute, repeat with the same ease. "I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways." Pause again. Before resting, speak once more, adding a quiet promise. "I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways." I welcome clear guidance and right action. These words are shaped with care. Allow tells the nervous system there is no fight. Wealth is not only money, but money is included. Kind and honest ways set a boundary for integrity. Guidance and right action. Honor that flow meets effort and effort meets flow. The line becomes a key that fits the door of the inner home, a door that now opens to supportive flow. Say the words with the jaw relaxed, the breath smooth, the heart included. The heart is not a bystander in this ritual. It is the conductor. The tone of the voice matters as much as the content. Gentleness carries farther than strain. If this line feels too large on any night, make it smaller without losing its essence. Try, "I allow supportive money to find me." Or, "I open to fair pay and kind increase." Or, "I welcome honest income and gentle growth." Choose the version that settles the body rather than stirs it. The body is the barometer. When it eases, alignment is near. When it tenses, reduce the scope, slow the pace, or return to breath for a minute before speaking again. There is no race. There is only practice done with love. Pair the words with a simple physical anchor so that daylight can recall the state of midnight. After speaking the line, press the palm lightly to the center of the chest for 1 long breath. This becomes the wealth welcome gesture. Use it tomorrow before sending a message, taking a call, or making a decision. The body will remember the midnight calm and bring that steady tone into the moment. Calm carries intelligence. Decisions made in calm tend to be clearer, kinder and more aligned with long-term well-being. The journal now receives a brief note. Date the page, write the line you spoke, add one tiny wealth action for the next day. Keep it realistic and specific. Send one invoice, set aside a small amount, learn one skill for 15 minutes. Ask one question that clears confusion. Close the book and rest the hand on top of it for 2 breaths. This small gesture blesses the action without pressure. A small action repeated with grace can move mountains of old fear. If doubt arises after the ritual, if the mind says words are not enough, offer it this gentle reply: words shape inner weather, and inner weather shapes outer choices. The reply is not an argument. It is a remembrance of how the mind, body, and life dance together. When the inner sky is stormy, support is hard to notice, and doors look closed. When the inner sky clears, openings become visible, and courage returns. The midnight words help clear the inner sky. Paired with the tiny actions, they form a dependable path. Keep it simple, keep it kind, keep it steady. Close the activation with a sip of water. Feel the ease of receiving. Let the last words before sleep be short and sweet. I am safe. I am guided. I receive with grace. Then let the night carry the seed. Seeds rest before they sprout. Trust the rest. Now let a quiet inner picture support the midnight words. A gentle mental scene can settle into the nervous system when it feels safe and doable. Start with a very small scene that creates no strain. See a simple screen in the mind with one calm line of text: paid. Let the scene be soft, almost like fog, not sharp or bright. If there is any tightness, shrink the scene even further. Only the feeling of relief after a bill is handled with ease, or the sense of a clear inbox. Keep it small enough that the breath stays smooth and the shoulders stay low. Small, believable scenes speak to the body in a language it trusts. Add one more detail that feels kind. Perhaps the soft weight of a wallet that always has enough for the next step. Perhaps the quiet chime of a message offering fair work. Perhaps the sight of a calendar with one space blocked off for learning a skill that enriches income. These are not fantasies that demand instant change. They are gentle cues that the inner home is safe to receive. Safety matters more than intensity. Safety tells the nervous system it can open the gates a bit wider. Now let the scene include a small act of generosity that feels right-sized. See a small transfer to savings or a tiny gift to a cause that matters. Let the heart notice that receiving and giving are part of the same flow. When the mind learns that giving can be small and joyful, it no longer guards so fiercely, and the flow can move more freely. Whisper a soft line: I circulate good with wisdom. That line balances inflow and outflow without pressure. If any strain begins, if the jaw tightens or breath shortens, reduce the scene to a single symbol that carries ease: a green check mark for a handled expense, a gentle upward arrow for growing stability, a neat stack of envelopes with only one remaining, and that last one feeling light. Keep the symbol for 2 or 3 breaths, then let it fade. The goal is not to hold an image tightly, but to let a kind picture touch the body and then rest. This is about training the inner system to connect money with ease instead of alarm. Invite the senses to help without forcing. Hear the quiet sound of a calm tone when a payment clears. Feel the smooth paper of a banknote passing with gratitude and fairness. Sense the cool of a card as it taps, then the soft glow of a confirmation message. If any part of this creates tension, return to breath and choose a simpler cue. The rule is kindness first. The inner picture is a lullaby, not a test. A lullaby relaxes and reassures. Relaxation opens the gates to new choices and better timing. Let this inner picture end with a state rather than a scene, a steady, grounded calm. Picture standing or sitting tall, with the spine long and the face relaxed, while making a choice that supports your future. Feel the weight of wisdom in the hands. Feel the lungs full of air that says, I have enough space to think. This state becomes the anchor for the day. The anchor says wealth grows where peace leads. The mind will return to this state at crossroads, and the body will follow with steadier hands. Bring the journal close again. Write a single sentence describing the inner picture in neutral words, as if noting weather. Calm while paying a bill, clear when reading numbers, ease when receiving payment. This turns a private picture into a gentle intention the mind can reference later. Add a second sentence that names one feeling to cultivate tomorrow. Steady, curious, receptive. Feel the weight of those words in the chest. They are qualities, not tasks. Qualities shape how tasks are done, and how tasks are done often shapes outcomes. Now offer a few quiet lines that fit this inner picture like a frame fits a painting. I allow calm scenes of prosperity to settle in me. My nervous system can hold ease around money. Small, believable pictures guide my steps. I receive, I care, I choose wisely. Speak them once each, slowly, with space between. Let the words brush the inner picture with warmth. Consider a simple morning follow-up to support the night's scene. Upon waking, place a hand on the heart and recall one small detail from the inner picture. Hold it for the length of one calm breath. Then take one tiny action that matches it. If the picture was calm while paying a bill, open one bill and read only the first line, then close it and breathe. If the picture was clear when reading numbers, look at one number in an account and say, I see. Let the practice be light. Success here is measured in steadiness, not volume. Throughout the day, use the wealth welcome gesture from the midnight activation. Press the palm to the chest for one long breath and quietly repeat, I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways. Let the inner picture flicker for a second, then return to the task at hand. This is how the night and day begin to speak the same language. When inner and outer align, friction drops and flow has more room. Close this section with a final settling. Soften the eyes, soften the jaw, let the shoulders fall. Take a slow inhale that says, open. Take a long exhale that says, release. Whisper, I am safe to see prosperity in gentle ways. Whisper, my inner pictures are kind and true. Whisper, I welcome support that fits my peace. Let the words fade into the quiet. Allow the body to keep the memory of this calm. The night holds these seeds with care. The day will know what to do with them. Worthiness is the quiet root of receiving. When the inner voice knows, I matter, the hands soften, the chest opens, and life can place gifts where there is room. When worthiness is low, the body tightens as if bracing for a storm. Even good news can feel suspicious. Tonight, nourish worthiness with tenderness. Place one hand over the heart and one over the belly. Feel warmth meet warmth. Say softly inside, I value who I am. Breathe that line through the whole body. On the next breath, add, I allow good to support me. These words are not demands, they are permissions. Many carry an old idea that being worthy requires proving, pleasing, or performing without rest. Worthiness is not earned like a badge, it is honored like a birthright. When this truth is felt, the nervous system loosens its grip. Loosened hands can hold blessings without dropping them. Gently meet any part of you that believes receiving is selfish. Receiving is not taking. Receiving is allowing the natural exchange of life. It lets nourishment enter so kindness can be shared. A well that only gives without being filled becomes dry. A well that welcomes water can refresh many. Whisper, receiving good supports my purpose. Notice how the spine lengthens a little when this line is spoken. Notice the breath deepen. The body recognizes fairness. When an inner no rises, meet it with care. It is safe to receive in kind and honest ways. Repeat this until the body agrees by softening. Agreement feels like a lowering of the shoulders, a deeper exhale, or a calm heaviness in the hands. These are signals that the inner door is opening. Bring a mirror into the practice, either now in soft light or tomorrow morning when the day is fresh. Look into your own eyes and treat them as you would a dear friend who needs reassurance. Keep the jaw easy and the gaze kind. Say 3 lines slowly, with breaths between. I value who I am. I am worthy of fair pay and kind increase. I receive with grace and share with wisdom. If a wave of emotion rises, pause and breathe. Tears are not failure, they are thaw. After speaking, place the palm to the chest, the wealth welcome gesture, and stand for one slow breath. This tiny ritual trains the body to meet money with dignity instead of panic. Dignity is a quiet magnet. It attracts experiences that match self-respect. Tell the truth in your journal about places where worthiness once felt low. I lowered my rates to be liked. I said yes when I meant no. I hid my skills. Write each line with compassion, not blame. Under each, add a kinder choice for the future. I price with respect. I speak a clear yes or no. I share my strengths with calm pride. These new lines become promises to yourself, not punishments. Promises made with love are easier to keep. The body leans toward them because they feel good to live. Before sleep, speak a few worthiness affirmations with a gentle rhythm that the heart can follow. I value who I am. My presence has real worth. Receiving good supports my life and my giving. I am open to fair exchange. I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways. Pause between each. The pause lets the words rest in the deeper layers where habits are born. If the mind questions, let it. Offer a calm reply. I am learning to trust my value. Learning is an honest path. The body believes what you practice with patience. As worthiness settles, chasing begins to fade. Chasing is a sign of fear. Allowing is a sign of trust. Trust does not mean waiting passively. Trust means moving from steady ground. From this ground, you write the email with clear rates. You ask the question that brings clarity. You accept the offer that feels aligned. You kindly decline what does not. The nervous system, once soothed, can tell the difference. Calm is intelligent. Calm guides to doors that fit. Close this part with your hand over your heart and one last whisper. I value who I am. I receive and I give in balance. Breathe in the balance. Breathe out any old guilt. Balance is beautiful inside the body. It feels like the breath itself, taking in, giving out, both necessary, both holy. Gratitude is the gentle state that multiplies good. It is not forced cheerfulness. It is an honest noticing of support, even when life is still becoming. The body responds to honest gratitude with a softer pulse and steadier breath. That steadiness creates room for clear choices, and clear choices tend to draw more good. Bring the journal close and name 5 supports from today. Let them be small: a clean glass of water, a kind word, the courage to read one number without flinching, the steady chair beneath you, the skill you practiced for 10 minutes. Write, "Thank you for this," after each item. As you do, watch how the chest warms. Warmth is a sign that the heart is saying yes. Speak a few lines that shift the inner lens from lack to sufficiency without denying reality. I honor what I have while I grow more. I respect the steps I took today. I am grateful for learning that makes me wise with money. These lines are true and workable. Gratitude this tender is not a trick to get more. It is a way of standing in life that reduces resistance. When resistance drops, flow meets you with less friction. Less friction feels like fewer spikes of stress, easier conversations, better sleep, and ideas that arrive at the right time. During the day, gratitude can be woven into small pauses. When a payment clears, whisper, "Thank you." When an invoice is sent, "Thank you for clarity." When a skill is practiced, "Thank you for growth." If a bill arrives and the chest tightens, breathe and try. "Thank you for the chance to choose wisely." This does not pretend away numbers. It stabilizes the inner system so numbers can be handled with strength. Gratitude loosens the jaw, lowers the shoulders, and lets the eyes see options that tension would hide. Pair gratitude with a tiny act of generosity sized for today. Place a small amount into savings and say, "Thank you for future me." Offer a simple kindness that costs nothing, a helpful note, a clear answer, a resource shared. When giving is gentle and chosen, not pressured, the body learns that money and kindness can be friends. That friendship turns wealth from something chased into something circulated. Whisper, "I circulate good with wisdom." Feel how that line invites both receiving and sharing to flow in rhythm. In the evening, list 5 proofs of support from the day, even if they are humble. I kept my promise to breathe before a decision. I spoke my rates without apology. I found one small saving. I learned a clearer way to track. I rested when I needed to. These proofs train the mind to look for evidence that life is on your side. The more evidence the mind gathers, the more it expects support. Expectation shapes attention. Attention shapes choices. Choices shape results. Gratitude may begin as a practice, but it becomes a posture, a calm way of carrying yourself that wealth can recognize and approach. If the inner voice calls gratitude silly, meet it with care. Say, "I choose a gratitude that is honest, not forced." Then name one truth you can respect right now. Respect is a cousin of gratitude. Sometimes it is easier to reach. Respect the breath that never left you. Respect the lesson that grew you. Respect the patience you showed. This softer path is strong. Strength that does not shout often lasts the longest. Close this part with the wealth welcome gesture and 3 slow lines. Thank you for today's help. Thank you for tomorrow's guidance. I am grateful in real, simple ways. Let the body memorize the feeling of those words. Let sleep carry them deeper. Now bring the midnight practice into the sunlight with practical steps that feel friendly to keep. A plan that respects your nervous system is a plan you can live. In the morning, meet the mirror for 1 minute. Stand with the spine long and the jaw soft. Speak 3 lines with slow breaths. I value who I am. I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways. I move with clear, gentle action. Touch the chest for 1 breath to anchor the words. This 1 minute gathers the energy of the night and places it in your day. Choose 1 tiny wealth action for the morning, 1 for midday, and 1 for evening. Keep them small enough that you could do them on your most crowded day. Morning action. Open 1 statement and read only the first line, or move a small amount to savings, or send 1 clear message. Midday action. A 1-minute breath reset with the receive-release pairing before any money choice. Then write 1 sentence to clarify a goal. Evening action. A 2-minute journal review listing 2 proofs of support and 1 lesson. Tiny actions stacked with kindness build trust. Trust lets you choose slightly bigger actions when ready, without backlash from the body. Create a simple rhythm for attention. 5 minutes to learn a skill related to income growth. 5 minutes to organize 1 folder, 1 invoice, or 1 note. 5 minutes to practice a sentence about your value so your tongue learns to speak it without shaking. 15 minutes total can change the story when repeated with love. If a day is missed, skip the guilt and return gently the next day. Guilt wastes the same time you could use to move with grace. Before any decision, press the palm to the chest and breathe once. Ask inside, does this choice support my peace and my purpose? Wait for the body's answer. If the jaw tightens and breath shortens, ask for more time or simplify the choice. If the shoulders drop and the belly softens, step forward. The body is wise when treated kindly. Money handled from peace tends to stay. Money grabbed from panic tends to slip. Peace does not mean passive. Peace means steady. Block a small space in the calendar each week for wealth care. This is not worry time. It is care time. Light tasks live here, updating one number, sending one invoice, checking one rate, comparing one option, learning one tip. End the block by naming one way you honored your values that week. Values are the rails that keep wealth moving in the right direction. When wealth rides on values, sleep is better, and opportunities that match you find their way to your door. If boundaries are needed, create them with kindness. A boundary can be as simple as, I will reply to money messages during these hours, or I price my work with respect, or I need written terms before I begin. Boundaries spoken with a calm tone are often received better than those shouted in stress. Practice your boundary lines out loud when you are alone so your body learns the sound of them. Confidence grows from repetition more than from wishing. End each day with a short check-in, one line of gratitude, one line of learning, one line of intention for tomorrow. Close with a breath and the wealth welcome gesture. This tiny loop signals to the inner system that life has a rhythm. Rhythm soothes. In soothing, doors open. You have walked from fear toward ease, from tightness toward soft strength, from old stories toward new words that fit who you are becoming. The night received your gentle lines. The body learned to loosen its grip and welcome support. Worthiness is taking root. Gratitude is shaping your inner weather. Practical steps are laying a path you can trust. This is a kind way to live. Kindness is not weak, it is steady, and steady builds real change. If doubt visits, meet it like an old neighbor who worries out of habit. Offer tea in your imagination, listen for a moment, then speak calmly. I am growing in a way that is kind and lasting. Growth that honors the nervous system lasts because it does not require daily fights. It requires daily care. Care is lighter to carry than battle. Your words at midnight are seeds. Your breath is water. Your actions are sunlight. Your gratitude is the sweet soil. Give it time, and a garden appears where there was once only hard ground. Before we close, breathe once more with a long exhale. Whisper, I am open to kind, steady prosperity. Whisper, good flows to me and through me. Whisper, I rest in ease. I wake guided. Feel the truth of these lines sink into the chest. Let your shoulders drop into trust. Let the jaw rest. Let the heart know it is safe. Carry this knowing into tomorrow. Small steps create large shifts when done with love. Meet your reflection with respect. Speak your worth with a soft voice that still reaches the room. Choose actions that match your values. Allow support to find you through doors you can see and doors you cannot yet see. Wealth that honors your peace is already on its way because you are making a home for it inside you. As a final blessing for tonight, say these lines slowly, once each, and let the silence afterward do the work. I value who I am. I allow wealth to reach me in kind and honest ways. I receive with grace and share with wisdom. Thank you for the guidance that meets me in perfect time. Then rest. The night understands your request. The day will show you the next step.